What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and no, I will not cut my fingernails. Thank you for asking. And today I will be bringing you a review of the Seer by Mark Calabrese. So this is a brand new effect from Mark and the team at Ellusionist. And the basic rundown of it is that you will be able to allow a spectator to choose any card and put it back in the deck, and you could be blindfolded if you want, and you could even shuffle the cards if you want, and you can still find that card at will. So that sounds incredible. Can it be true? Well, let's go ahead and find out. What I will do for you right now is give you a quick demo of one of the things that you can do with this video or this new magic. So let's take a look at that right now. Alright, so what I have here on the top is going to be a prediction of mine, and you can see that this prediction is a different color from the actual deck. So what I'm going to do is start laying the cards down one by one like this, and I just want you to tell me when to stop. So as I'm laying it down, you just say when you want me to stop. Okay, here? Okay. So what I'm going to do is ask you, do you know how many cards that was? Like, were you counting them or no? Okay, well, I'll count them for you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards down. So for the first time, I'm going to show you what my prediction was. And you could have stopped anywhere, but you stopped at the 14th card, which just happens to be the exact same thing. All right. Okay, so that effect was called the Oracle, and there's actually a few different variations that he shows you, and so there was no setup, and I know I'm the one that's stopping the cards, but you can have a person do it, and they can stop anywhere they want in the deck, and it will still work. So let's always start with the negatives, right? Honestly, I can't find one. The method that you use is a little knacky. If you have used devious, it's exactly the same as that. So if you had any problems with that, you're going to have problems with this because it's literally the exact same method. What's changed in this package is the workers, the effects that he gives you. So if you own devious, it's exactly the same. Just what's going to change is that there were specific routines given with Devious, and then he's given you some new routines that he says are the work or the workers. So these are the ones that he said paid his bills, and I can see why. So quick questions that you're probably going to be asking is, how's the reset? The reset is pretty much instant. I mean, it really just depends on your handling. But you can do an effect and then move on to something and start over. Another question you might have is, can it look as good as it did in the trailer? So in the trailer, he did an effect called Scarney versus Scott, where you let a spectator choose 4 of a kind, and it doesn't matter what 4 of a kind, and he is able to find what 4 of a kind they used. Can you do that as well as he did in the trailer? Yes. He shows you the method, and you can absolutely do this they can pick any 4 of a kind, and you do not have to even see the cards. So you can be blindfolded, or you can look away, you can have somebody cover your eyes, whatever method you want to do, you never have to see the cards, and you can still pick them out. So yes, you can do it exactly as he did in the trailer. I know that with Devious, some people said there was an effect on there that you could not do. With this one, I believe that you can do everything that he shows you in those trailers. And for the effects themselves, what does he give you? There are 7 core routines, and then he gives you 2 to, I think, 5 maybe, alternatives on how to do those different effects. So you don't have to limit yourself to what he's telling you, but you can come up with your own routines, but he gives you a lot of information. The directions are really clear. That the Oracle effect, I watched the video on how to do it, and literally maybe 30 seconds later, I was already doing that trick, and I was pretty comfortable with doing it. The beautiful thing is there's no sleight of hand involved. There's a little bit, there's a little bit of a knack with how you have to use the gimmick, if you want to, the utility device that he gives you to be able to pull off these miracles. But that's pretty much it. You don't have to worry about sleights and covers and anything like that. You can just do the work. And to me, that's awesome. That it's relaxing, right? You don't have to worry about what your angles are or any of that stuff, because this stuff is actually 100% angle proof. There is a method that he shows you where if you're sitting at a table, you probably don't want anybody directly next to you for the method that he shows you, but that's just his own method. So you could find a different way to do it and be completely covered. So you can do all of the miracles that he puts forward, and you can do them fairly quickly. The routines most of them aren't crazy, like mind-blowing, but the Scarney versus Scott, that's incredible. That's a closer. I mean, you do that at the end of your routine and everybody is just, their minds are blown. You could actually just do that one trick probably and just walk out of the room. Do you end clean? For the most part, yes. It really depends on you and your handling of the cards, but for the most part, you should end 100% clean, and you can hand out whatever cards you were using, and you should be okay with that. So, do I recommend this? I honestly can't recommend it enough, and I was honored that Mark actually reached out to me himself. He texted me today because I was freaking out a little bit. I ordered this and I paid for expedited shipping because I wanted to bring you guys a review, and I wanted to learn the effects after seeing that miracle in the trailer. And the method that they give you to learn it, it's a specific URL. You'll receive it in your package, and then once you visit that URL, it has all the instructional videos, or you can download them. The link that they gave me did not work. I was getting a 404 error. So I tried to call, and Ellusionist is closed over the weekend, so I actually tried to hit them up on Facebook. I sent them a tweet, and then I remember that Mark had sent out a text message, kind of a heads up that the effect was coming. So I replied to that and said, hey, guys, if there's anybody out there, please help me. It's not working. And Mark himself actually replied to me and gave me an updated link. So that was awesome. I was super stoked about that. And Ellusionist, the team over there, did reply to my tweets and try to get me in touch with their technical support team. So I was really happy that, they worked with me and they were able to get me up and running so that I could bring this effect to you and I could get this effect into my own repertoire, right? So in the trailer, everything works exactly the way they say it is. If you had Devious before, know that this is exactly the same, but you're just getting different routines. So, the utility that you used before is going to play now. If you did not have Devious, as I did not, it'll be new to you, and don't let it throw you when you see the method. When I first saw it, I was like, are you kidding? But once you see how he applies it, and then once you've used it, you instantly fall in love with it, and it is devious. I'm glad he named it that because it's so devious that you did not think of this method, right? So anyway, this has been the first piece of magic where I really don't have anything negative to say about it. It's angle proof. It's basically spectator proof. It's almost self-working. You don't have to use sleight of hand. And you can still fry people's brains. So I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick it up. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, comments, hit me up and I will respond as quickly as humanly possible. This has been your look at the Seer by Mark Calabrese. All right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right,